The wife of Republican Wisconsin U.S. Senate candidate Hovde takes aim at female Democratic incumbent. Associated Press. The wife of Republican U.S. Senate candidate Eric Hovde is taking center stage in her husband's campaign in the days after he secured the party nomination, directly attacking Democratic Sen. Tammy Baldwin in a television ad released Thursday about single mothers. The race between Baldwin, a two-term incumbent, and millionaire businessman Hovde is one of the most closely watched this cycle. A Baldwin win in battleground Wisconsin is seen as critical for Democrats to have a chance at maintaining. Below are your comments. They act like a two-parent home is always good for a child. I had both parents for my entire childhood. My parents married at 18 and 21 because mother got pregnant. They were terrible parents. There was much emotional and physical neglect and abuse. I was saddled with a lifetime of PTSD and severe see more. No more billionaires in office. He said what he said. Guess he thought she was on a bad path, being a single mother. My parents divorced when I was 3. She remarried and divorced when I was in 6th grade. Me and my ex separated when my daughter was in 7th. It happens. They rail against abortions, but demonize someone who gets pregnant and a child with no husband. Finger pointing and name calling are a fine conservative campaign efforts. What will all those single women with children do for a Prince Charming until Mr. Hovde needs a different wife, having found the current one too strident? I'm old enough to remember a bill kicking around in Congress that proposed taxing corporations to pay for means-tested child care subsidies. That was the Build Back Better Act. Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema and every other Republican in the Senate found fault with that sort of tea-ing. Stripping childcare from the bill and calling it the Inflation Reduction Act was far more appealing to Joe and Kristen. The rest of the Republicans didn't like that, either. Name a single corporation that offered on-site childcare when Trump gave them a 15% tax cut. Why do Republicans hate America? Senator Baldwin won her last election by 250,000 votes. I expect her to double this margin against Hovde. She has done a lot for Wisconsin and should be re-elected easily given the sordidness of the Hovde campaign. Anytime a multi-millionaire wants a job that only pays a $174K, you can only imagine the level of corruption and rigging of the system against the working class that is going on in our government. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.